out, about 5 minutes out, maybe 4.
That's the moment South Whitley police officer Brian Schimmel pulled 18-year-old Vivian Augustus out of her car after he says she refused to comply with his orders. Surveillance video from January 24th shows Officer Schimmel pulling the teen over at a Marathon gas station in town. Just minutes later, she was on the ground and arrested.
My position is he did it by the book.
Town Councilman Brock Watterson says the council reviewed the case. This release, posted on their Facebook, says, in part, Officer Brian Schimmel's interaction with Augustus was, quote, flawed but not worthy of dismissal, end quote. I asked Watterson how he came to that conclusion.
I was advised that there was no illegal activity. It's hard to terminate someone if there's no illegal activity.
But that decision isn't sitting well with everyone.
I thought of my own children, and I have a son who's on the spectrum, who's taking driver's training currently, and so I'm worried now for him to be driving through town and be pulled over possibly and ask questions and wonder why he's being told to get out of the car.
I'll give you some privacy.
In the footage, you can see Officer Schimmel allowed the driver's dad to talk with her while she sat in the back of the squad car. According to the town council's statement, that was reason for concern. I spoke to her father, Brent Augustus.
And if that is the biggest concern they have with how procedure and policy was followed, that speaks volumes about our town council and how tone deaf they are in this situation.
You were not. How many times did I ask you? You were not. I've got a body cam on. It'll show you not pulling your ID out. When I ask you to step out of the vehicle, you step out of the vehicle. You don't get to sit there and tell me how I'm going to do my job. Do you understand?
In his report, Officer Schimmel says his body camera wasn't rolling until after he had Augustus on the ground.
Obviously, he could have had a little bit better attitude, but attitude isn't necessarily against the law.
Watterson says the teen should have followed the officer's orders.
If Miss Augusta just would have complied, she would have been in and out in a matter of 2 minutes.
Before ending my interview with Watterson, I asked him if he feels South Whitley officers should receive de-escalation training.
Sure, that's certainly a possibility. It's something I would vote for. But I would like to reiterate, I've talked to 3 different surrounding agencies. I talked to a gentleman that was the assistant chief from a nearby department, and he said it was by the book.
I'm quite disappointed that this is the direction that they've chosen to double down on.